Alexa, computer light on. All right, here we go. There we is. Okay, so I'm back. These are the ones that get the little check marks, which is cool. These are the income. What the fudge is that? That right there. Oh, I gotta fix that now. Son of a bitch. Let's go here. Let's see. It's because I moved this little icon. I need to move it there. Oops. Then I'll save it. Then we'll go to JPEG. Drinking more of this unsweet tea that's killing me. Replace. Listen to music so I'm not having a spastic fit or something. In case anybody wants to know why I bob my head every once in a while. Cloud. Uploads. Import. Sweet. Let's go ahead and save this. Not Matchstick Girls. It's Tequila Game, not there. We're going here, overwrite. Okay. I was thinking about games today. I was thinking about more like roguelike ideas. One of the reasons why I'm thinking about roguelikes is because these little simple games, for me, since there's so many of them being made, it's easy to see ideas and maybe get inspiration. And one of the inspiration that I have right now is I've actually not I've played one game, and it's like it's like a boss little looking chicken nugget thing, and it shoots out automatically. So all you're doing with your mouse or your arrow keys is just moving it around, but it's auto shooting stuff. And then it's got little guarding dudes that go around the chicken McNugget, and they're all different classes, and they all do different things, and they all block. They shoot or block or whatever, and you're just, when they shoot you, they shoot out the outside chicken McNuggets before they get to the boss. And I think the game's called something about being a boss or something. And it's interesting to me, this auto stuff. Like, you think that, like, there is an addictive quality to a game that allows you just to do the fun stuff. Now, that doesn't go usually with me and my designs. Usually I want you buying stuff, moving stuff, doing stuff. But think about if I could automate something and have you concentrate on this other part, maybe it's something. So in relation to this game, maybe buying or getting your tequila, your agave, and making it go through the process of making tequila, that could be easier. So just because this other part is complex, it doesn't mean the other part has to be complex. I don't know if I'm going anywhere with that, but it's a thought. It's a thought that half of the game could be really this puzzle, and the second part can be really fucking easy. I wonder if I can do that, and if I can do that easily. Or if I can incorporate one with the other and just make it this easy thing to do. I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to go anywhere with it. It's just a thought. Right now I'm just expressing my thought. But I did think about this thing, and I'm like, why? I'm making it just that much more difficult to pick this one over here that does the green as well as this one. I might as well make them side by side. So we'll fix that real quick. And then we will put it into the game, and then we'll talk about what we're going to do. Maybe we'll play a round or a few rounds or something and see I got to get used to this new interface with the player. I mean, it's a player map, but I'm calling it an interface because that is like how they're going to understand the game. Hopefully I can find this little thing where I change the tequila growing. Here we go. Yeah. That's full screen, and we'll change these things. This needs to be green. And then we'll switch this one to blue. And then we're good. Oh, we'll do this too the same way. Not that we've ever used the top part. We'll change that to green. Change that to blue. Take off this bonus thing. Make sure there's no bonus things. Save. Get it ready. Alright, so let's go ahead and change this thing. My ear itches. Okay, so thing about my ears. You've seen those videos where they have like a fucking, like they show someone who has like a insect growing in their ear or something, and then like they show them pulling it out in the video, and then like you're in suspense trying to figure out what they're pulling out, and then it's this nasty thing they pull out, you know. Or and then there, I relate it to the ones that like where they have like a zit, and then they're pulling out this long ass like a blackhead or some shit. Okay, so yeah, gross. I saw a video, and it was an ear one, and they were pulling out like this whole huge centipede out of an ear, right? But it's obvious that the ear was a latex ear, so they had this latex ear, and they were trying to do one of those videos, but it was fake. I don't know what it was about it that I could see that I could tell it was fake. So, okay, this is the way my brain works. So, totally unrelated. I was thinking about how easy it was to see how that was fake, right? And then how easy it is to see when you look at someone who has minor cosmetic surgery and something's a little off with their face, or just normal people, whenever there's something just a little off, we are so programmed to tell the difference when we see somebody that we're going to see a flaw. We're going to see it, and we're going to point it out to ourselves like there's something wrong with that person. It's just something that happens in your brain, right? You know that there's something up. Okay, so we have this uncanny ability to tell human face problems. We have this uncanny ability to do pattern recognition. It's one of the things that it's arguably that makes us top tier apex predators, is our ability to recognize patterns and then also do something with those patterns. So here's this other thing that's not related, but I'm making them related. So next is the ear thing, how I'm able to look at that ear and know that's not a human ear. It's the shape of a human ear. It's roughly the right color. And well, it was the right color. There was just something about it that was off to me. Like the cartilage wasn't right. Something wasn't perfect in the way that it reacted, that this ear wasn't a real ear. Okay, then I thought about this thing about, this is going to bear with me. I was thinking about testosterone in males. Thinking about young guys and testosterone. Do you think a 19-year-old dude who's full of testosterone, a young guy, gives off a smell gives off, just I guess in the way that he moves, or what that person gives off, so that another person knows that it's uh, that this person has a lot of testosterone. So let's say like an older male and a younger male, a lot of times there's conflict, and I wonder how often it's just testosterone. Like knowing that there is a competitive male in the area and they have more testosterone than you, and how it makes, for some reason, like males not like other males. Because when there's a young male that doesn't have a whole lot of testosterone, I think that males treat them differently than they do if there's another male with a lot of testosterone. Hey, babe, I'm making stupid connections here. So, what is okay? So I wonder what the experiment is to tell if it's a smell, or if it's physical, like a physical thing they do, or what. Like, how do they experiment and know that, okay, so this is why this is the dynamic in this group. And the second part, no, that's the first part. The second part the is it the difference? Is it like going into a room and knowing that there's something different about the dynamics of the way these males are treating each other, that it's just this pattern recognition thing that we were able to socially deduct? Hey, okay, these two males don't like each other. Obviously, they're competing for the same spot, competing for females or whatever they're doing. If that's an uncanny ability to assess a social situation, since we're social animals, or is that detection of the hormones, or if it's something else, or a mixture. I'm sure all this science has been done. I'm curious myself, and in that connection, is it similar to our ability to just recognize patterns? I don't know. Just shit I'm thinking about today. About why older males don't like younger males, and this alpha crap. And is that the same as being able to tell a flaw in somebody's genes just by looking at them from across the street? You can tell that there's something genetically wrong with them. I'm not talking like something as easy to tell as like Down syndrome, but sometimes you can just look at somebody's facial structure and you know that there's just something that doesn't make you feel right. That's all it is it has nothing to do with this testosterone or anything. I don't know. I think there's something to it. I think there's something to males being annoying because of the testosterone. But I don't know. That's just what I'm thinking today. I think testosterone is a reason to make us annoying and immature. But I don't know. It's just stupid shit I'm thinking about. Sorry. Yeah, I had a little thing about what I was thinking about, like why young dudes are annoying, or old dudes are annoying, or like if there's two dudes and they get along really well, is it, an equalization of testosterone there? Well, sometimes it's a social thing, and I felt that as an older dude with another dude, I can tell that they want to control the room, and it has nothing to do with testosterone at that point, because I know we're like older dudes and we like lack the need to dominate, and that is totally like a social thing. Sometimes, yeah, older people they think they know better kind of a thing. Like, I think though that's a argument to not feel obsolete as well, though. So obsolescence is a problem that society is dealing with, because as food gets better and everything gets better, we get better at living longer, and so we have to, like before, when you couldn't eat, like when your teeth were fucking rotted, you couldn't eat anymore and you died. So you're talking, 40, 45, 50, just because of your teeth, you're dead. And then we got into this thing where we started helping each other, and we got a little bit older and older, but now we're like living to 80 and 90, so we have to deal with obsolescence. I'm wise, damn it. I like that. I'm still worth something. I promise. I think though, if you get a 20-year-old person and you ask them, would you rather be intelligent or wise? I think the better bet is intelligent, because wise can help you to a certain point, but the problems that we're dealing with now are almost all new every year. Like, I would never have, like, this whole COVID thing was new. The new world that we're going to have to live in, this new, uh, not being able to buy toilet paper is a new thing. All that shit. Wisdom might be able to help you get through it, but intelligence will sure in the hell help you get through it. I don't know. Maybe wisdom isn't all it's cracked up to be, and we think we're all that, and we're not. I don't know. I'm just talking. All right. At some point, I'm gonna design. Yeah. Cool. Let's see. Let me save this thing. I hope you find out where the shrimp died. It sounds like, something I'll always remind you of. Hey, why did the shrimp die? You've got a point. You've got a point about the freaking wisdom might have helped us. Okay, so if you asked a 20-year-old, I would like to poll a bunch of 20-year-olds and ask, would you rather have wisdom or intelligence? Um, you can gain intelligence just by taking care of some old person. I mean, gain wisdom just by taking care of an old person. So that seems pretty easy. And like in about 20 years or so, I think I'll be low maintenance. I'm not low maintenance now, but I'll be low maintenance then. Just take me in and I'll help you gain wisdom. I'm not saying I'm all that wise, but I'm wiser than a 20-year-old, I hope. Well, I'm wiser than myself at 20. That's for sure. True. Just adopt an old person, and that way you can be wise. That's why, like in other non-Western societies, it's very common to have an old person in your house because you can gain their wisdom, eat their soul, eat their heart. That way you just fucking gain it automatically. It's all like fast and shit, and then they give you shit. Take a picture of them, take their soul, teach them a lesson. What? Anyway, I'm sorry for keeping you. Oh, that sucks. Well, see, that's the true problem with being vegan is that you can't take somebody's wisdom by eating their heart. That is the problem with being vegan. That is the thing they haven't come to you with, is that if you want to gain somebody's wisdom, you're fucked. You're just gonna have to take their soul with the camera, and that's it. That's what you're stuck with. You could eat that. You could eat the picture of their soul. You could eat their fucking soul, but you can't gain their wisdom. I'll work on this problem to try to figure out the vegan soul. I mean the vegan wisdom thing, because there's tofu does a lot. You can do a lot with tofu. There's got to be a way to get wisdom with tofu. You just got to figure it out. No, you don't eat the camera. You eat the pictures, man. You get a Polaroid camera, take their soul, eat it. Boom, you got their soul in your stomach. Anyway, you don't want to put the soul in tofu. You want to put their wisdom in tofu. So we got to figure out how to do that. We've got to first find a way to implant tofu, get their body to not reject the tofu, and then, have their wisdom Like, like tofu, when it's sitting in stuff, it absorbs the color and the flavor of what it's sitting in. So you absorb some of their wisdom, and then you get to eat it, and then you'll gain their wisdom. And you can still be vegan. It's a lot easier if you're vegetarian. This would be a whole lot easier. I'm just saying. Wisdom tofu. Yeah, that's right. Sounds like a card, doesn't it? Like a magic card or something, like wisdom tofu. Anyway, all right. Enough of that mumbo jumbo jive turkey stuff. They don't eat people's hearts, but the problem isn't eating a person's heart at this point, because you're not going to eat meat. The problem is getting it into cheese. You got to get their wisdom into fucking cheese, and then you can eat it. But a fucking vegan can't eat cheese like that, so they can't get the wisdom. So it's easy to get cheese out of a person. It's not easy to not get a human thing out of a human. So tofu problems. With cheese, we can do. We can get people cheese and get the wisdom. We just like milk the person, get the cheese. And then you've got the wisdom. You don't get nearly as much wisdom as you would from the heart, but you would get some wisdom. People lactate, even males lactate from what I hear. I don't know if that's true. I don't know. But if males lactate, you can make cheese. Then there's gross body cheese. That's even worse. You don't even have to make the cheese. The cheese is already made. Gross. So like that what was it? I think it was Kalila that was like, she liked body cheese. Gross. Like from piercings and shit. Ugh. Just gross myself out. Yeah, intelligence is much better. I prefer intelligence. Okay, so like Kalila liked body cheese, and then Annie had nipple rings, and they had been there for a while, and body cheese had collected on the nipple rings, and Kalila wanted to eat it, put it in her mouth, some gross ass shit like that. Yeah, it was pretty fucking gross. It was so gross. Anyway, so yeah, I'm gonna go with intelligence. We want intelligence, not wisdom. All right, so anyway, I'm gonna go back to dicking with this shit. All right, so I've got income. Income has been taken. Board set up. I'll draw my cards. These are the three choices I have. From those three choices, I get to take one. I love you. I'm doing the thing. All right, out of these, let's just say I'll take this one. This means I get a green cube at -1. If my technology's here at 5, it means this green one gets to be a 4. This red one, I'll copy this red cube so that I have it, is also at a -1. My technology is at a 5. I put it at a 4. And then this green, which is one of these, is at -1 as well. So it goes here. So that's the way it looks. All right, so those are the cubes I have. That's the bonus I have. Let's say I want to do something here. Which card do I want to do? Oh, this one needs... We'll put the bonuses on it. Okay, so these cards are there. Here's the bonuses they have on these. I'm trying to figure out how it works for buying stuff. I'm going to do it in between rounds. We'll see how it goes. So like sad faces are a currency that we'll use to buy stuff with, and so are books. We'll use those in between rounds. Oh yeah, this is from a different thing. Let's see. We'll take this card because it's an easy one, and we'll try to do it. I'm just putting it over here to see if we can do it. All right. So we'll take the A's just to show where they're at. This card is an A card. Here's where it is on the thing. All right, so we need a yellow. I can get yellow with green or red. I'm going to choose to do it with red. I do need a green action, so we're going to do a green action. So we'll get a size 5 because I'm going to use a 5 length. We'll do it there. See, we'll do it there. Here's a 5, and that'll be the green action. I've also got a red. I'm going to do that as a 4. See, it's here in the 4 area. I'll do that, and I'll place it up here. So this one's a 5. It goes here. There's no sad faces. This one that goes here goes into the 3 sad face spot. So that means we earn 3 sad faces. If we get to 10 sad faces, past 10 sad faces, we get it's major bummer. It might be into the game, don't know. It's just bad. So let's just say player elimination if it does. Okay, so those are 2 of the cubes. And that was this right here. That was the red part and the green part because this is a green section. Boom. This goes here for now. I'll identify these better because right now I'm just working mostly on how the user interface for your player mat. Okay. So that made that, and it took those 2. Okay, I have this, which is a wild green action. If I want it to make a victory point, I need to put it... Okay, so a foundation of 4 is qualified to make a victory point. And that's not a foundation of 4. It's these green ones. These green ones are this is a foundation of 4 because this is the 4 section. I could make a foundation of 4. If I did that, if I can build on top of that skill, and the way I build on top of it would be to put 1 equal or smaller value on top of it. That would make this bottom one make victory points for each segment that I put on top of it. This segment that I place on top of it, since it's the same length, let me see if I can better explain it with a smaller one. I got smaller ones over here somewhere. Where are they at? Oh, yeah, here they are. So let me get the 2 sides. I get a 2 and a 1. Or let me get 2 1s. Or 3 1s. Okay, so let's say the foundation is 4, which is this thing. And then I've got this, like a green one like this over here at the 1 space. This bottom, because it's green, only green ones can go on the top. This is green. This green can have this green on top of it. For this green to go on top of it, it has to be in this size 1 or bigger foundation. So the way that would work would be, this shows that one segment could fit on here. Oops, sorry, camera change. This would mean, because on your segment you designate what it does. So this one does this cube. You put a segment on top of here. These can only be put on foundations. That's the foundation. And you designate what it could do. So this one can do that. This one can do that. This one, because it's a 4, is worth 1 victory point for each thing stacked on top of it. Each thing is a foundation for. So if you could do 3 bonuses, it could be worth 3 victory points. That also means that if you could do 3 bonuses, it could be worth 3 victory points. That also means that if you could do 3 bonuses, it could be worth 3 victory points. That also means that if you could do 3 bonuses, it could be worth 3 victory points. That also means that if you could do 3 bonuses, it could be worth 3 victory points. That also means that if you could do 3 bonuses, it could be worth 3 victory points. That also means that if you could do 3 bonuses, it could be worth 3 victory points. That also means that if you could do 3 bonuses, it could be worth 3 victory points. That also means that if you could do 3 bonuses, it could be worth 3 victory points. That also means that if you could do 3 bonuses, it could be worth 3 victory points. That also means that if you could do 3 bonuses, it could be worth 3 victory points. That also means that if you could do 3 bonuses, it could be worth 3 victory points. That also means that if you could because I said you could put something the same size of it on top. Oops. I keep switching camera angles. And I'm not supposed to. Okay. This. If you're going to place this on this foundation, it can go. The problem is that in order for it to go, you have to take off the cube, and you'll place this here. Okay, when this gets placed over there, you'll use the cube. I'll place it like this, and it shows that, boom, this can be placed over there because it has a cube. But now, if I want to put this bonus on there, and let's say this is going to be this bonus. In order for this to go on top of there, this has to be removed because it's the same size. If you wanted to keep this cube on there and this cube trigger, because when these things are going to trigger and give you the ability, the only way that it can work is it has to be shown. So the way this would have to work if you wanted to do both is one less. So let me get a 3. Here's the 3. If the 3 was there, then you could do that. Then now you have access to both. And it's worth 1 victory point because it's on there. But let's deal with what we actually have going on. What we have is, it was like this. If I put this green on top of this, it's worth 1 victory point. But I won't have access to both. But if I put this green and this, I'll have access to both, but it won't be worth a victory point. What I could do is also the game, though, retrofits. So let's say I buy one of these. And let's say I buy it. No, one of these. Let's say I buy this one. That doesn't help me because it's the same. But if I bought two, if I made it go down twice like this, I can always move this to the smallest segment that's possible. That's a limitation. Once you get it to like breaking the rules, like this one breaks the rules, it'll stay there. So what we want is this thing, like if we wanted this thing smaller, we get it to here, and I forgot. I need to put a little thing here that shows what you gain for making it smaller. But it's like an automatic action. It'll be an action you can do. So before I move forward, or let me go ahead and finish this out, and then I'll start all over, and then I'll figure out the cost of those things. So anyway, don't forget we have because we're on this week, we got a free day off. We can use that in here. These are put on top of segments. I think I should make them different. Like these go on top of segments, and then these, maybe they need to be a different shape, are bonuses that don't need a segment to be on top of. And those are gained in here. Anyway, so with these two, that was able to do green because this is a green section, and then red because it's this red thing. I harvested this tequila, and let me get a check. I did this, and that gives me a bonus. This is a bonus that can be used in an open area. That's a free sad face. Okay. Now let's say if I want to defuse this tequila, basically make cheap tequila, it's going to take purple action and then these two. Do I have a purple? A gray is universal. I could use this one, but I'm not going to. I'm going to use this purple one. It's a 5 length. Flip this over. No. It's a foundation. We'll slate it here, and we'll go ahead and do this as a purple. Okay, so that gets one part of it. Now we need these two parts. If I do the 5, let's say I do the 5 for one of the actions. Oh, no, that's not a 5, that's the 4. I do the 5 for one of the actions, then use this one here. It's a 4 to get this bonus. That gets us here and here. And then all I need is, what color do they want it? What kind of water do they want? They want a red water. Do I have a red left? I do have a red. I could do a 5 segment red. Place that here. And place that here. And that gives us this done as well. So that's all the actions. That is, we did that and we did that. So we get all the bonuses. All the bonuses. These are actions I have that can be laid down in foundations. I need to redo the way these look. And that's good. Okay. We would get victory points for that. So for right now, let's just say there's 3 victory points. And yeah, that's it. And that would be done. There would be my bonuses. I'd be ready for the next round. I did tequila stuff. Okay, so let me go back to the beginning. I'll set it up a little bit more and then... Okay, what we need to do is put this little check mark over here. Get this check mark. Get these bonus tiles. Cool. Layers like that. Now let's go ahead and save it. We'll overwrite. Oh, wrong one. I don't want to do Mystic Girls. We'll overwrite this one. Cool. All right. Now the question that I have that I want to do while I'm here is if, as a free action, we can take it down a thing to another level. That's an efficiency problem. So let's make that victory points. If you want to make these, like let's say I move this green one to here, and then I'm able to move this one down for free, that's a victory point. Maybe it's a way to game the system. I don't know, but we're going to do it. So we're going to do an arrow across here for victory point. The victory point this way minus the victory point that way. If you ever want to go bigger, it takes, let's say, damn, that's pretty hardcore. You gain a victory point for going smaller. I don't know about that. I need another currency. I can't do sad faces. Like if you go bigger, if it takes longer to do the same thing, I guess that does give you a sad face. So we'll say it's sad face to go that way. To go this way, books. It's probably going to have to change. That's pretty hardcore since books are really hard to get. Let's find out. I'll save this, close it. Okay, let's go back to this thing. Let's make what this is going to look like. We'll get this, ungroup, grab that, ungroup, get rid of this thing, go back to group, and then we're saying if you go this way, I have a language problem as well in the game, I just realized. Sad faces versus getting rid of sad faces. Those are two different things, and I'm making them almost the same all the time. Like, instead of putting a line across the sad face, I should probably just put an arrow with the sad face so you know you'll lose them. So this is sad face to go that way, book to go that way. Let me make this book smaller. Let's see how it looks. Let's make these not as pronounced. If I group that, something like that. And then we'll put that here. And then we got one more. I like the idea of the victory point. It just didn't work with the other ways to get victory points. Should I put these with those? I guess I should. Go here. All right, we got that done. Sweet. Okay. 42 minutes. Save it. I think that's cool. Okay, so I don't know what's going to happen when you come across that 10 limit of sad faces. Uh-oh, did I not save it? Maybe I didn't. Save that shit. Close that. Replace this. I'm going to line these up to look a little bit more cooler. Then I like that. I like the way everything's set up. Okay. Let's make sure there's nothing around here. Put that shit over there. We'll go ahead and save this, and then we'll play it. Overwrite. I'm pretty happy. Okay. Cool. So this is it. Let's try it. Let's start the round. I'm not shuffling the cards because I want the same outcome, basically. Boom, boom, boom. I decide I like this one the most. I need to redo the cards at some point. We're going to do a -1 purple, which means we're at a 5 strength purple, so we go to 4. Then we go to a -1 blue, which that does that. And then this gives us a green at -1. We would normally be a 5 because that thing's at a 5. It said it's at -1, so it's there. So that's what it looks like. There's the card. These are the discards. Let me get this shit moved out of the way. Tomorrow I'll do double-handed. That goes there. This is the card we used. All right. So let's say with this hand, I again want to try, what was it? This one. Okay, with this one, we get a sad, we got to do this part. So let's do the same thing. We're going to do the red as a 5. And then we need to, oh, I did a different card because I don't have a green 4 for this section. We'll do a 4 that's a 5 length, not a 6, a 5. And that'll be that one. And that's that one and that one. And that gets us, oh, we need a red, not a purple. Doing that gets us this thing. Boom. We made that tequila. We harvested that agave. That gives us that. We get this bonus. Oh, and then because we started around in the new month, we got that one. So we got these 2 bonuses. Oh, I was going to make the new bonuses. I forgot. After this is done, I got to make the new bonuses. All right. Don't forget. All right. So then that's an A. Put this here. Put this here. Cool. All right. So I want to do this next section, which is to diffuse. To diffuse, I want it to go here. In order to go here, I need a purple action, which is this one, and I need an action there. The purple will do. Oh shit! Well, we're gonna end up using this one. We'll use that at the end for the red. So this one is a 4 length. I'm going to put it there, and that's going to give us 3 sad faces. To do that, 2, 3 sad faces. Okay, then next thing I want to do is, that was the action, so we need 2. So let's do this blue, which is at a 5 length. Sorry, 5 length. That's going to go here. Okay, we need one more. Let's do a 4 blue maybe. Let's make it a 5. We'll put a 5 blue. Whenever we turn this to a 5, we're going to there. That gives us one more sad face. Then we're going to spin it. And then we want to spin this one, which is here. And that allows us to go ahead and get the red that we need to do this thing. Cool. Let me make sure. It would have taken 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 total resources. Let me make sure I got that part right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I got it perfect. Boom. This gets made. This goes all the way to here. And that'll be check, check. Uh, okay, so we're not going to be too crazy about keeping track of when what was done what. We just need to get it all done during the month, and we'll just say it just happens. It's all good. These are extra days, so I could get, if I want to get like, okay, I could put this here. This would be 4 more sad faces. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm safe because I don't have a tequila that I'm half made. I could work on a Sunday, and that would be 5, and that would get me to here. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to work on a Sunday and get that extra action. The other thing that we have to know or to take note of, this is a discard, is that when we can't have gaps during the week. If we have any gaps during the week, we've got to fill it in with these bonuses. Every day that's got to be accounted for, and that's why we have this day off. We've accumulated a day off, so if we want to do some crazy shit. But anyway, okay, so bam. That was the week. There's our sad faces. I'll take all this shit off of here. All right. Then we'll take in our, we'll spend. I've got just sad faces. I've got 9 sad faces and no victory points. Okay, these cost sad faces in books. Sad faces can make these smaller. That also means whenever they're generated, that's all the sad faces do now. So down here, it would be cool if the cost was like 4 sad faces. Because at 4 sad faces, let's say you can get 8 each round, that'll allow you to buy up to 2 of these. Or let's say there is a 4-to-1 trade. 4 sad faces during the buying phase can be traded in as wild. So we'll do 4-to-1. 4-to-1 anything, but it's always going to be sad faces. So this would cost 5 sad faces to get one of these. This would cost 8 sad faces to get one of these. It costs 1 sad face to get this way. This costs 4 sad faces to move these smaller. Yeah, so we'll do 4-to-1 sad faces. I got to write that down somewhere. So it's 4-to-1 trade. I like it. Okay, so I've got 9 sad faces. Okay, so let's say I want to make a book farm. The one of these things that makes books is green. I need to fix that on here too. So, okay, so green is books. I need to buy this one so that I'll automatically get a book thing. No, that's not the book. This is the blue one. The blue one is the book thing. So each round I want to get a free book that I have to put on top of a blue whatchamacallit. So to do that, that's going to cost 5. 4 to trade in 4 happy faces for that one and 1 happy face for that. And that'll give me the book generator. So let's do that. That's 5. All right. So I got the book generator. What I also want to do is bring that one down 1. That cost all of this shit. So I'll lose this bonus and this bonus and 4 and I can bring books down one more. Yep. So these are going to be gone. That's interesting. Because, yeah, those are specific bonuses. So it'd be one of those and one of those, and 4 unhappy faces. That's all my unhappy faces. That brings books down to here. And now I've made my book factory. The bad part about that is, why would a person not always make a book factory? With that, though, I know I need to add the faces on here of what these are, and I need to change these. So let me do both, and then we'll save it, and then we'll call it a night, I think. Okay. So first thing we want to do, oh yeah, the 4-to-1 thing. So what I'm also thinking, though, is that it might need to be, this book one might need to cost more, or the books might, I don't know. That's fucking shitty. I don't know. Because everybody will do the same thing the first time. They'll do the book factory. So I've got to make it, I might just leave it and then figure out a way to make other factories a whole way of playing the game. Is it, do you go book factory at the very beginning, or do you go some other kind of factory? All right, so we're here. We want to get these. We'll put this in the middle here so you know what they actually do. Sweet. Okay, so that makes sense there. And let's do the, we'll get this thing. Oh, wait, it doesn't need to be this. We need to do 4-to-1. 4. We need to trade 4-to-1 equals 1. We'll put the equal sign for in the equal sign for to know that they must be equal, or must be the same symbol. 4. That's weird. We'll put it like that. Okay, so that means 4 of the same equal 1. I'm not I'm designing it and developing it, doing it all, and it's from ground zero. And right now the working title is 100% pure agave, because it's about artisan agave, and it's like a huge thing is to make it all agave. You're right. That's the classic symbol. I couldn't remember what it was. Sorry. You're right. That's what it's supposed to be. I'm glad someone was here to correct that. Otherwise, that'd have been like that forever. It's that symbol. Yeah, 4-to-1. And is the equals okay to you too? Just to know that these are 4 of the same? Or should I just put like a line under it? Or just leave it 4-to-1? I guess probably 4-to-1 is fine. Maybe. I just know they can't be 4 of anything. It has to be 4 of the same. I speak a little bit. I have to speak Spanish every day at work. And the game is about Mexico. So it's important to have that element of in the name for me. And it's like a big deal amongst artisan tequila people to say that it's 100% tequila. I mean, 100% agave. Oh, you're Mexican. Cool. Yeah. So, do you know much about, I guess, the tequila in Mexico and the stuff around? Like this game's gonna have. Right now, I'm dealing with only the Valle, but Los Altos will be, if there's like 3 or 4 players, we'll have the mountain section. I'm thinking 4-1 just because it doesn't matter if you've got 4 things and you're gonna trade them 4-1. It's fine. If you like, it doesn't matter. 4-1 is fine. You're mostly gonna have sad faces, and if you want to throw another symbol in there just to make up the difference, the other symbol's worth more than 4 than unhappiness. So if it's fine, I think 4-1 is fine. I'll just I don't like to write a whole lot of words, but I'm going to. We'll say trade. By the way, I don't know if you are following me, but I really need the follows. So please follow. You get to see, the game in development. This isn't the only game we're working on. Sarah, my partner, and I are also working on another game, which is not Mexican at all. That one's called Corrupt City. But while she is doing university stuff, I work on this alone. I haven't brought her on into this project, but at some point I plan to, unless she doesn't act right. Just kidding. We'll save this back here. I take a look at it, the way it looks like in Tabletop Simulator. Ha! Oh no! You're not supposed to be listening. That was a joke. I was joking. Let me take this back to the beginning. I just tell jokes. I'm funny all the time. I'm just funny. I'm a comedian. I'm a failed comedian. And don't say anything about the failed part. I don't need to hear how much I've failed. All right, I like that. And that does say what we want it to say. And then we got the 4-1 trade. Then we can do that part. Next. Tabletop Simulator, I find it very easy, but then I have skills in Illustrator, so like I just go and change it really quick. And in fact, while we're playing games, I'll just say, "Hey, wait a minute, let me fix it," and I can fix it right then and there. So I think it's really easy. Uh, I don't know if you're familiar with like Vassal. It was a different way to do it, and that was really freaking hard. I haven't done Tabletopia just because at the very beginning it was a pay to play kind of thing. If you know coding and you're good, probably Vassal's better, except that its user interface is much more. It's a steeper learning curve, so most people are going to play Tabletop Simulator or Tabletopia, and Americans are mostly playing Tabletop TTS, as far as I know. But if I knew coding, I would code a lot of stuff. Once I was finished with the design, I could clean a lot of things up and have a lot of automation if I could code for crap. But I don't know any coding at all, so I'm good at Illustrator, so I just draw it, put it in on the change. Like what I'm about to do, I don't like the way these tokens are. Let me get closer. I don't like these tokens. So I'm going to go into Illustrator. I'm going to make better tokens. Let me see. I've already drawn them before several times. Oh, here they are. I'm going to take these tokens. I'm going to figure out how do I want to do them where they're different than this. That part I don't know. Oh, yeah, I knew that, but my brain's not there. Thanks, though. I had forgotten, or I wasn't thinking about doing it. I should have done that for you to see it. Let's say for a background of a token, I am going to make them look different by putting this symbol on them. Yeah, so we'll do that. This is the way the new tokens are going to look with this dilly. I'm going to we do this real quick. Shouldn't take too long. And then there we go. These are the new tokens. Oh, yeah, I didn't remember that. The scrolling mouse thing. I don't nearly utilize the scrolling mouse crap. I need to do that more often. Okay, so these are the new tokens. First, I'm going to save them in Illustrator to make sure that I still have them at the end of this. Then I'm going to delete these. I'm going to save this as a JPEG. There's that one. I'll do that one. Save that one. The suspense is killing everybody. What will he do next? I bet he's gonna save something. That one. Oh, that was a GIF. I need to do a JPEG. And okay, so once it's saved, oops. Then we'll go back over here. Okay, so on these sad face ones, I just hit right click it. Then I've got just to change the image. Boom, cloud. Then I'm uploading it. And then it's going to ask me if I want to replace all of them that basically are that same token. I said yes. And so now the new token has that double edge on it. And I'll do the same here. Now we got the double edge on that one. And then let's do this one, and then we'll do, what's the last one? It's this image here. Okay, so we'll do this one, which is that one. Cloud, upload, import, update, and the last one, and then I've made my changes. So it's all pretty easy. I can change the thickness and put a background image and all kinds of shit if I wanted to, but I don't need it. So there they are. And then now they've updated, you know, all the other times I've implemented those same ones. Now I'm going to look at my work and see if I like the way it looks versus the other type, which I like it. I don't think I kept the old versions, which is dumb on my part. So we need another version which goes on the top of my weak segments. If I can put the, well, no. All right, so I'm going to use the old version of these as well. To use the old version, I'll just go to here, get this one, cloud, upload, but I won't update it. So the ones that are similar don't get changed as well. There, cloud, upload, import, cancel, cloud. There. Import, cancel, upload, top image. Which one am I missing? I think I need the green one. Import, cancel. There we go. So now I have the two versions. I have this version, which I'm going to use to put on to here, and then I've got my, let's make these bigger. Let's go and make them thicker. I think that would help as well. We'll make them roughly twice as tall. And then we'll make the X's, where's the X's at? We'll make the X's that tall as well. Oops, we don't need to do that. We just need to make it bigger. There. Update. We'll do that for all of these. 2 inches, or 0.2. I don't know if it's inches or what. And we'll change these to 2. Not like that. We need to do this. And then we'll do this one, and then we're good. 2. Update. I think we've got them all. Make sure that they're all, oh no, the sad faces ones aren't. We'll fix it. Yeah, so you know how to use TTS. I think it's really easy to program for TTS. Or not really programming. I'm just uploading images and making shit all the time. You can see the big mess I've made with TTS. And I'm basically, as I'm designing the game, I'm building the elements. So as I'm changing things. This is not a complete game. I mean, in theory it is. I haven't actually played a full round of the game, or I hadn't played it to the end. Right now, I'm just trying to get my user experience with the player mat working where it's easy and simple to use. And then as I do that, I'll start making the different sections of the field and the ovens and all that. I'll start making them make more sense. Now they're just kind of placeholders. They kind of work, but they're placeholders. But anyway, I think that's going to be it for today. I've already streamed for over an hour. I like what I've gotten. I need to save. I'm going to take a look real quick and see if it strains to have. Okay, so that's the first week. Let's say I put a 5 right there, and let's say I go across to there, and let's say I want to add a day off. So I get my day off. My day off is a big square. It goes here. Yeah, that's fine. And let's say I wanted to add a bonus of sad faces. Sad faces go there. I should make this X like those real quick, so it's like the same. Let's do that real quick. We'll get this. I'll try to find where I've got my day off thing. Where is the day off? Maybe I closed it. Yeah, I closed it. Okay. Where is my day off? There it is. Delete that, delete that, delete that, delete that. And then we're just using that as a placeholder so that we can see, oops, how big it needs to be. Oh, let me create outlines, object, path, create outlines. Now we put this in the corner. Then we'll do that. And we'll put it in the center. We'll save this as something on its own. And then we'll save the JPEG. Do that. And then we'll go ahead and change this thing to the new artwork. And I think I can go to bed soon. Update. There it is. I likes it. So this, yeah, I dig it. And let's go ahead and save. I probably should do these other ones in a completely different shape, like an octagon or a hex or some shit, but we'll do that later. Maybe in the next thing we'll change these squares to an octagon shape, and then we'll just put those across there. But in order to do that, I'll have to use Photoshop because of the whole making a oh, maybe not. What time is it? 1. Yeah, I better not do it today. I better stop. I better freaking stop. We'll go ahead and let's move this out of the way. Move this out of the way, and then we'll go ahead and save it. Overwrite that shit. Shit's saved. Alright. I guess that's going to be it. Follow me on Twitter, please. I mean, on Twitch, please. Let me get rid of all this stuff. I'll figure out how to turn this thing off. How do you turn this damn thing off? Bye. Bye, sir.